and today we are going to talk about, drum rolls please, emotional intelligence. Now I gotta give props when props is due. The one and only Mr. Jim Lupkin, please look him up. He is a mutual friend in my friends list, a mentor, and someone that changed the way I look at business. He taught me this whole concept of emotional intelligence, and he shared with me that when you conquer these 5 pieces of emotional intelligence, you can literally achieve anything that you want to achieve. Now that may sound like a cliche, vague thing to say, but look up emotional intelligence and look at the greatest, most influential human beings in the whole world, and they've mastered these 5 pieces that I'm about to share with you right now. So I have ways to go, a lot for me to learn, but I'm going to share it with you. Fair enough. If this is your very first time checking us out, drop a number 1 in the comment. If you are here as a regular, give me a what, and I'm ready to go. So let's make it happen. You ready? Oh, by the way, hit that share button, because someone out there may just use these nuggets to blow up their business in a positive way, to fix their marriage, to fix their friendship, whatever it is that is important to them. Because what I'm about to share with you right now is not just about business, but it is literally critical thinking, evaluation, and solution forward driven process. So I hope you're ready for it. You ready? Let's make it happen. I see you all. So number 1, control your emotions. See, emotions tend to be the driving force for us as human beings in everything that we do. When you see something that you like, that you really want, it could be an Xbox, it could be an iPad, it could be a car, it could be a pen, it could be a dress, whatever it is, that is an emotional process, right? It's the emotional, man, I really like it. You feel something, and that drives you to want to buy that thing. Well, the same thing happens, especially when there's a disagreement. When it comes to disagreement or conflict, instead of evaluating the root cause of the issue, we let our emotion drive our words, our behavior, and our activity. That emotion itself would lead for you and I to say the wrong thing. Would lead for you and I to get hot-headed and do the wrong thing. So very first piece that you must control is your emotions. And one thing that I do, and I learned from Jim Lupkin himself, and I do with my partners and everybody that I'm working with, is, hey, let's leave the emotion out of it. Let's look at the data. That's 100% what we say all the time. Let's leave the emotion out of it. Let's look at the data. In your relationship, hey, let's try to put the emotion aside and really evaluate what's leading us to being where we are right now, right? And that will help you out. So conquer and control your emotion. Number 2, be honest with yourself. See, if you're convincing and justifying yourself with your own excuses, unfortunately what ends up happening, it does not matter what the other party thinks, what the other party wants to achieve, unless you are honest with yourself. So how do you do that? Well, you gotta be real. You gotta be humble to say, I messed up when you do mess up. See, it's all about humility. Humility is the number 1 reason why most of us say, I'm sorry. Is the number 1 reason why most of us will say, let me fix it. Let me adjust what I did wrong. Without humility, there is no honesty with oneself. So you gotta be honest with yourself. You gotta remain a student. You gotta remain that humble human being that you need to be. That's how you can be honest with yourself. If you are, again, lying to yourself and just trying to justify, some of us never want to be wrong. Guess what? I included myself. At times, we don't want to be wrong. We don't want to admit that we don't know something. So it leads for us, again, to compromise our emotional intelligence. So 100% be honest with yourself. Numero 3, empathy. See, as you are talking to another human being, you might not realize or know even what they're going through. You know, it could be a business partner, it could be a prospect, it could be whatever. You don't know what that person has just gone through. You know, you just are judging the circumstance based on the information that you're given. But if you don't know, you might say something that may be wrong. So show some empathy. Back up a little bit. Hey, you know, I don't mean to come across like I'm gonna put a stop on this conversation, but can you just share with me what's really going on? Like, I feel for you. I really do. It doesn't matter how bad that person is doing at that moment. Just show some empathy. See, empathy will automatically diffuse that human being from a sense of aggressive confrontation to just talk to you, to just take a step back. Hey, I got you. I know what you mean. I know how you feel. I know what it feels like to go through that. Empathy will Empathy will 100% allow that human being, that person that you're talking to show love right back to you, to calm down, to control the situation alongside with you. So instead of battling it out, you're going in a parallel lane. So empathy is number 3. Number 4, número 4, ability to influence within 5 seconds. Now that is probably the hardest out of them all, because influence is a variable of many different things, right? Influence could be as simple as someone looks at you and then you influence them just because of the posture, the way you carry yourself. It could be the words that are coming out of your mouth. Most of the time it's the action that you carry for a long period of time, the consistency of how good you really are, the consistency of how you actually do what you state you are doing, right? So that is, again, in my opinion, the hardest of them all, is that ability to motivate within, to influence rather, within 5 seconds. So work on that. And how do? You just become a better human being. You do the right thing. You do those things that you tell the world they should be doing, right? You say, oh my God, the street is so dirty. Start cleaning up. Pick up your own garbage from your own home, and then it won't be as dirty. You know, when we see someone cleaning up in front of their house, we're like, ah. Or my best example, my neighbor, and I love him, he never cuts his grass until I cut mine. Why? Because when I cut my grass, he sees that his is really stupid high. So sometimes I'll go like, 2 cuts, and then he'll cut his, right? So again, that is a sense or an example of how you can motivate. Last but not least, and number 5 is simply motivation. Motivation, and this is, again, could be confused as pretending to be something that you're not. It could be confused as, I'm going to say something that's going to inspire you, right? As a matter of fact, it's not even inspiration. There's a big difference between to motivate someone is to say certain things that will lead them to want to do something, but to inspire is that person just show you do something and they will actually go ahead and try to do the same thing, if not better. So there's a difference. People say, are you a motivational speaker? I am not. I don't like that term. I don't want to motivate anybody, because if I have to motivate you, I have to do it every single day. And I know that we all need motivation, but the truth of the matter is I would like to inspire. And that, my friends, my amigos, mes amis, everybody around the world, is simply how you control your emotional intelligence. I know there are simply 5 steps, but I'm telling you, if you really go and start digging into each one of them, there's a lot of work, there's a lot of personal growth that goes into it. All you need to do is work at becoming the best version for yourself. So I appreciate you, I love you, and I need you to help me spread the love. Last week, I sent 1,000 Facebook messages to my friends, and just want to say hi, send in some positive love, send in some vibes for you. This week, I am on track to doing 2,000 messages. I want to let you know that there's a lot more good things that you may be told, that the economy is great, that public relations are great, that health is getting better, that we as people are getting better, that the conflicts are going away. We are good people. And I'm going to show you from my actions. I don't need to tell you. You believe what you want to believe, because he who say he can and he who say he can't are usually both right. Ain't that right, Fuchsias? Well, I thank you all. I appreciate you all. And I will see you at the next live. Ali Madawi. We are out. Take care, everybody.